testimony. I am a former Mungiki leader, a founder for that matter, and I'm proud of that. Number two, I'm even much more proud to be a Christian.
Now being
I never reformed. I don't know why you want to use that, because I was not a bad man.
But now you are not.
I was in the system of God. I was not a bad man, and I never regret being
Mungiki a system of God?
I never regret being a Mungiki member, because that is what I would introduce myself from, and that is what you introduced me.
Bethel Clouds TV, empowering lives.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to see you.
Happy to see you.
Yeah. What did you want from the synagogue?
Yeah, from the synagogue. Actually, we are here. We have really looked for you, and finally, we are here. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. Yeah. So first and foremost, our viewers and our audience will want to know. Maybe there's someone who is watching for the first time. Would want to know who is Apostle Ndura Waruinge.
Apostle Ndura Waruinge is a common guy in the streets of this nation. He's a guy that was born some many years down the line. I'm a son of a father who was a polygamous, and in the line of the number of my hierarchical number, I'm about number 16 out of 20. So I'm just a small boy in a family.
16 out of 20?
Yes. For those who know, they know. We might be many, because I don't know my father, what he was doing out there. But out of the people we know ourselves, we are 20, and I'm number 16, around number 16 there.
Meaning there are those who you don't know?
No, I'm saying this. My father has had 20 that we know. Okay? So because that was his own activities. We are 20 that we know. 2 wives that we know. And I'm number 16 that I know. Thank you.
You're leaving us in suspense, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm a man. I know what I do as a man. The same as you. No, you may come here and say, I'm good, but a man is a man.
True.
There is no, when I out of the researches I've done in the whole world, a man is, the Bukungu man is the same as American man. They only pretend that this is a Muzungu, this is somebody else, but a man is a man. How the man in Kenya behaves, the same way the man in America behaves. We are the same. So when I say the person, we are 20 that I know, I mean also I have a character that I know myself as a man. Yes.
And where was Apostle Ndura Waruinge brought up during
I was brought up in two environments. One environment was in Kericho, then the bigger Kericho before it was split into Bomet and Kericho. And I grew up in a place called Kerito. Kerito is in a tea factory near another factory that is called Sotik Tea Factory, which is also encompassed with Kipkebe, Kiptenden, Magura. It was one company but had different factories of tea, because Kipkebe was part of Magura, was part of Kerito, and was part also of some part of Sotik. Not the main Sotik, but Sotika tea factory that was called Sotik, under Sassini, now the Sassini company, which is owned by the Queen or the King. So that is where my father used to work. But I was born in the other side of Bomet in a hospital called Kaplong Hospital. Kaplong Missions Hospital. That is where I was born. But we grew up in Kerito. Kerito is bordering Nyamira County and now Kericho County. That is where my father used to work, in that tea factory. And that is where the school that we went. It's called Kerito Primary School. That's where I went for my primary school. Then from there, I went to Kadinotunga High School for a few months. Then I moved from Kadinotunga to another school, Kabianga. From Kabianga for a few months again. I went to Taranganya for a few months again. Then I went to Moro Secondary School. That is where I finished.
What happened? Few
months, because I don't know whether maybe you will say it's indiscipline or maybe something. But I'm that character that wants to bring change immediately in an environment I've gone.
In a setup.
In a setup. So in all those schools I went, the first term of my entry, I will initiate a change or I initiate a move that will be looked as if I'm subordinating, it's a strike, something like that. And I don't know what used to happen to me because I'll get in the school and within 1 month, I'm known in the school and they are listening to me and I'm identifying problems in that schools. Then they will come and say, no, we need this, we need, don't need getheri, we need ugari, don't need sukuma wiki, we need this, and then there will be a strike. I will be chased away from that school. I'll go to another school, the same. Until now, I went to a day school. That is where I finished my secondary school. From there, I joined the World of Kenya, but later joined the university, and later life became life.
Life became life. Now, we want now to talk about the MUINGIKI. We know you as the MUINGIKI leader. And most of our audience wanted to know more about the MUINGIKI community.
Yeah.
How do you define?
No, MUINGIKI was not founded from the position that you know it today. It was neither a cultural group, neither a political group, neither, it was just a social group, whereas a CBO, community-based organization. And this was started right in Molo. That is, after Kericho, we came back to Molo. Molo, that is where I call home. And also, we had another home in Nyahururu, a place called Karandi, where Maina comes from. Maina Jenga is my first cousin. Where they come from, yes, is my first cousin. Where he comes from, me from Molo, them from Nyahururu. Then we grew up together. And this thing started as a social group, a community-based. We were doing some small community-based activities. You register an organization for a particular reason, like now, playing darts and maybe doing some businesses, having some chicken. And we are only 7 that we founded it. But again, we didn't come to realize that it was not really meant to be what we were thinking it is. God had a destiny about us with that organization that we started, with our coming together. So while Maina was in Nyahururu, he had his own activities, doing so many things that were quasi-religious because we became funny. And me in Molo, I had also my various activities which were quasi-religious, which were also strange and funny.
And which year was that?
That was around 1987, 88, and 89. That's the time we really started. But the real time that we came together was 1988, around the month of December. That is when now these things started coming up strongly. Maina had different issues altogether, and he would say that there are people speaking to him. He could see things happen, strange things happening around him. At the same time, at my place, I also see things, funny, strange things. Now I'll tell my parents, I'm seeing people seated there with wings. And then they will tell me I'm becoming mad. The same thing Maina will tell the parents, that he's seeing, instead of seeing maize plantation, you will see so many people. Instead of seeing the maize or trees, he's seeing people. Yes, and people. This thing was like funny. As Maina went to school in Jomo Kenyatta High School, I was being chased from one school to another school. Maina went up to Form 2. That's how he dropped his school, because he was the school not hold him anymore. And he dropped, he dropped in Form 2 in Jomo Kenyatta High School. And that's the end of his education. My parents pursued me, kept pushing me until I got to Form 4. After Form 4, I dropped school again after. Yes, I got good result, but I didn't go on. I came to Nairobi, started doing my activities, and I pursued to do the MUINGIKI thing. Now, how did MUINGIKI become a MUINGIKI? MUINGIKI became a MUINGIKI, a reality of MUINGIKI became a MUINGIKI, what we see today. It is not what we founded. No, it's completely two different things. What we founded was supposed to be a self-help group that was to end in the village.
It was like a CBO.
It was a CBO that was to come to an end in the village. In fact, had it not because of the changes came, I would be in a village. I would be an old man in a village smoking that tobacco. You know those old men smoking tobacco, wearing those the kabutis, old one, and having jiggers around there. That's what I would be. Had it not for what transformed that we didn't intend to have, or we didn't intend to have. Because once we had the CBO, the self-help group, we initiated a project. We used to play darts. So through the CBO, we bought a darts board, and now we would go pay for the playing, pay 5 shillings. Do you remember I don't know whether you found the 7-cornered coin? Not. Is it hexagon coin, the MOI coin that had 7 corners. So that's when you will pay to be allowed to play darts. Then we had somewhere we'll drop the 5 shillings. Then eventually we dropped for almost a year. Then the mkebe was full. Then we decided to get, at the end of the year, it was around December, we decided to go and check what is in the mkebe. Looking at what is in the mkebe, we counted the money. It was about 3,000 shillings. It was
3,000. It
was much. A money that got us trembled. We will not. It was unimaginable the kind of money we have. We involved our parents, because we almost first started fighting. Some wanted to. We say we subdivide. Some others we say we start a business. Some others we could continue to keep the money until we get more money. And a commotion came until our parents were involved, that we sought our parents to come and help us how to use this money. Then we decided that this money will be reinvested. So we reinvested into buying of potatoes and selling potatoes to Nairobi, to the lorries that used to come to our village, and it went on. So because of the rumors that went around, that this group is one of the richest in the community. They have 3,000 shillings. It was every parent were discussing about it. People in the community were discussing about the 3,000. So because of that, so many young people joined us.
So you mean you and Maina Njenga were the founders?
We are the founders together.
Me and Maina began as a community-based organization.
It was a community-based organization. We never had the intention that one day that we will become popular in the nation.
Not what we knew today.
Not what you know today. It is completely different fashion, completely different thing. We didn't have an intention of what you know today. MUINGIKI became transformational. And while youth came to us, that is the time we had the tribal clashes. The Kikuyus and the Kalenjins were fighting each other. That's around 90, 91, 92. Then our group, because we had the command of the young people, like the Gen Zs you're seeing now, then we decided we are not going to run away. We decided we are going to fight them.
That is back in the village.
In our village, in Imolo now, we decided we are going to fight them. How can we run away from them? Our parents were suggesting that we run away. But me, I insisted to the young people, I told them, why should we run away from here? Yes, my father was insisting that we come to Muranga, because that is to Kiambu, Muranga, Nyeri, because that is central, our home, where they had come from. Then I remember I asked my father, yes, you are telling us to go back to Muranga or to Kiambu, whatever you want us to go. Where are we going? Then he told me that let's go back where I came from. That is where his mother is. Then I asked him, where is my mother? He told me, this is your mother. Where is the land of my mother? He told me this is a land. Then why are you taking me to the land of your mother? And I have the land of my mother. He slapped me because I was becoming a little bit stubborn. Because I could not listen with him why I would be taken to his mother's land, go to stay with his mother, when I have my mother's land.
Your mother's home.
So I told my father, I'm going to protect our land. I'm not going with you. If you have a place to go, you can go. But our place to go is here. This is where I was shown.
You became stubborn.
I became stubborn. My father really tried to punish me. They tried to punish me because I was arrogant. I was those young boys, arrogant young boys, known for every crime, known for every stupid thing, known for every bad thing. You know, if you lost a knife in your place, it was most likely everybody would just go to somebody, to so and so's family. You might find it there. And it was most likely you'll find it there. I was all manner of things. I would stay, I would get, all dogs used to follow me. Everything used to follow me. I used to control all the young boys. I used to be a controller. I would tell them, don't obey your parents, and they will not obey their parents. And that is how it came. No, how did this now transform from the self-help group? Now the Kalenjin warriors were fighting us. That was from a land called Karirikania, or Nguroni, Karirikania, and some places called Kamuaura, and some places called Mochorwe. The Kalenjins were coming, they were fighting, they were torching, they were burning our houses. So I reasoned with other guys, would we run away from these guys? They are burning our houses. Why would they burn our houses? Then it was like everybody questioned that. Then we decided, should we run? I said, no, we can't run. We are going where? We are following your father to do what with him? He is taking us to his mother. And you want me to follow my father to his mother? No,
and you leave your land.
And I have my land here that I was shown by my father and my mother. This is your originality.
So you decided to counter.
I decided to. Immediately that everybody agreed with me. All the young people agreed with me. We decided to counter. Now as they're countering, the princess is crying. They were not crying because of what is happening, but crying because I have led other young people to go and die.
Okay.
That was the cry. The cry was not about what the Kalenjin were attacking us. The cry was, I am leading young people to go and die, young children to go and die. Because those guys were using arrows, they were using guns, they were well prepared.
And what were you guys using now?
We had pangas, knives, and we implemented some spears. Some spears, fake things. And we had pangas. Then we said, let's go and let's face them. And we had the shield, Mabati shield. We decided, let's go. If they are going to die, let's die because of our land. And that is what I call the spirit of Mau Mau.
Now, at that moment, your parents now had fled.
No, we have told them to go. We told them off, and we left them. So they decided, and they said, we have lost our children because of so and so son. So everybody was accusing my father that it is your son that has led our children to go and die. So once we decided, now we walked towards the Kalenjin warriors. They were on the other side in a place called Mochorwe, and the other side of the place called Ngenia. So they were advancing towards us. They were being led by an ex-soldier. So we moved towards them. For the first time, they saw Kikuyus moving towards them. They are not running away. They stopped.
Why?
Because they had never seen that. They had never seen Kikuyus. They were used from Karirikania, from Mochorwe, from Orengori. Kikuyus were running away. So they saw for the first time Kikuyus are facing them. Are becoming courageous. So we went, we approached them, and they had a dog. They released their dog to come to attack us. The dog came straight to me. I hit it with a panga, it died. When they saw the dog has died, they started running away. Kumbe, this dog was a god to them. This is the dog that we were using as the power. I killed the power. They ran away. We pursued them until they went the other side of Kipkelion. The other side of Kipkelion, from the Molo side, the other side of Kipkelion, they went to Kericho. And that time I became a hero. Now everybody, from that moment, Mungiki was born.
And at that point,
yes,
where was Maina Njenga?
We were together. We were together. Okay. We were together. And that is because we were the people that started that self-help group. So we were the people who gathered these young people, and we won the battle. I killed the dog, they ran away, and we were able now to stop the clashes. It stopped from there. By then I was 17 years old. 17 years? Yes.
And you were doing all this?
I was doing this.
And how old was Maina Njenga?
Maina Njenga was a little bit older than me. He was around 23, 24. He was a bit older than me. So that is how it stopped. And the tribal clash ended. Now, the ex-freedom fighters, our fathers, my father was the Mau Maus. My father was an ex-freedom fighter. My mother was an ex-freedom fighter. In fact, my mother was jailed for 7 years because she was a gun keeper. They arrested her with 36 guns, that's 6 rounds of ammunition and 7 guns. So she was jailed. My father was detained. My grandfather was the founder of Mau, is General Waruinge. If you go to Isli, there's General Waruinge Street. That's my grandfather.
Okay.
So these people who are Mau, they sat down and said, finally, God has given us, graced us with a youth that can defend their community. So they came and graced us. They slaughtered a bull for us and now appreciated, and we were blessed. Since then, things changed. That was the first sacrificial, that's the first sacrifice that was given upon our life, and that which changed us from the way we were thinking. That's why normally I tell people, a sacrifice, whatever it is, don't joke with it. It can change your mind.
And how then, Apostle, did now MUINGIKI started to grow even to
now after that
to central
after
province?
that the elders, some elders from Kadirikania, led by an old man called Kishoyan, and the ex-freedom fighters. We had them from Kadirikania farm, Moichorwe farm, Kamwaura farm, Kiambereria farm, and the Mona farm. Then we had another group in Njoro that's called, the place called Ndefo. Ndefo is Nakuru District ex-freedom fighters. They came together and said, now let us nurture our children. So once they said, let us nurture our children, now elders were selected to take us to all parts of the country and go announce we have warriors.
Okay.
So that is how we were taken to Muranga, we were taken to Embu, me, Maina, Waidaka, and some other groups were taken to Muranga, Embu, Nyeri, all over where we had ex-freedom fighters. And we met those elders. They blessed us. They slaughtered goats for us. They oathed us. And now they protected us and gave us oaths and sacrifices. And from then we started now getting new friends in Muranga, new friends in Kerugoya, new friends in Meru, new friends in Embu, new friends in Nyeri. All over we got new friends. Then the young people were now given by the parents to us that we may be able to take them through.
So now this MUINGIKI grew.
Yes.
It became now a central
thing. It is that issue of the tribal clashes that made us and changed us. Now it became now a group that started growing from the grassroots. And now the elders taught us on how to give people oaths. And now we started the oathing. The young people that were joining us, we oathed them to become strong supporters or followers of what we are doing.
So you mean that there were not any other MUINGIKI members from other regions?
We didn't have.
Central,
we didn't have from Central.
Province.
We didn't have from Central. MUINGIKI emanated from Moro and Laikipia. Yeah. Because that's where Maina comes from, and the Moro, that's where I come from. But now the power of MUINGIKI until what is it powering now, was fueled, characterized by, it was fueled by the tribal clashes. That is what made us to become what we are, or what we are known of. Now we became a militant and a violent organization, oathed to do defense on behalf of the community of the Gikuyu, Embu, and Meru.
And what was the response of the government, especially the security agencies?
The response of the government by then, they never took us seriously. And by then, the country was so polarized. We had now huge division between the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins. At the same time, we had the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins that were in the government. Just as you're seeing this now, Gachagua and the Ruto, that what is happening. That is what happened. Because Kikuyus were fighting MOI, and the Kalenjins were defending MOI. So what happened from then, the Kalenjin police and the Kalenjin security officers backed their youth. The Kikuyus and the other tribes, they backed their youth. So that is how we became. Then after that, because of the rapid growth, that is the time we started hearing of the Kisi, Chingororo, Amachuma. That's the time we had them. Then from there we had Kayabombos, we had the Sungu from the Western Kenya, we had the Masai warriors. So many groups started coming up because of the Mungiki that was now rapidly growing and being supported by politicians. When now we became that, all politicians identified that now at last we have a group that can protect us. And you know, a Kikuyus only respond to a problem, to a challenge. And they will become so furious and bad towards that challenge. And that's why I normally caution our President Ruto, don't push Kikuyus to have a king. Don't push Kikuyus to have a king. That's what I normally tell them, because Kikuyus don't have a king. A king is born in the Kikuyu land because of a challenge.
Okay.
We don't have, Kikuyus don't have kings. It is a situation that creates a king.
In terms of their need.
In terms, it's a need-based king. Like now, Gachagua is a hero for everybody.
Not
like Luos, we have Raila forever. Not like Kambas, we have Kalonzo forever. Not like the Luyas, they have Musalia Mudavadi forever. No. Kikuyus, they have a need-based king. And if you push them, they will rally around one person. They will support him, they will fund him, they will give him everything, and they will push him until the need is solved.
Just because of the need.
Because of that need. Once the need is through, that's the end of that king. So I was really cautioning Ruto, don't form a king in the Kikuyu. If you try form a king in Kikuyu, he will destroy you. Because Kikuyus have the muscles to do anything and the capacity to push for any single agenda. As long as they know you've touched their interest, they will fight you. And this is what has made Gachagua to become Gachagua. And that is what made Mungiki to become Mungiki. Because we came to solve the need, and then I became the king of them. I became the warrior of them. We had kings like Matiba, we have kings like Kibaki, we had Mzee kama Jenga Karume, they were the kings then. But we were the warriors who fought for the freedom. So we were the one who were in the ground. Every Kikuyu funded us. I was funded by...
Even the politicians?
All the politicians, all the pastors, everybody, witches and everybody, they funded us. Nobody was not funding me. I was given money center left, right. I got my first million when I was 17 years old. My first million.
1 million?
1 million, my first 1 million. I became a millionaire when I was 17 years old. Are you getting me? By the time I was 22, I had several millions in my account. Why? Courtesy of being a solution to the problem in a community. Yeah.
And at that particular moment now, at that particular time, that now the Mungiki was growing and it was becoming a big thing.
Yes.
You were now you are the leader now.
I was the political leader, political segment leader, and mine was the spiritual leader. We created two leadership, a spiritual leadership and an organizational. I was the national coordinator, and mine was our bishop, a spiritual leader. So what we did, we needed a glue to make this organization remain together. But we also needed somebody who has a mind to change the status of young people or make them move forward. Because you can have people glued them in a spiritual aspect and they are doing that thing, they become idle, they become useless. But when you have somebody who is strategically planning for how do we empower these young people socially, economically, and politically, because we needed to have that. Why MOI was fighting us is because he had demoralized the political ground of the Kikuyus. So what happened is that the Wazes, when they came, they told us when they were fighting the freedom, for the freedom, they were fighting for their land, they were fighting for their political freedom, and they were fighting for the economy. So that thing, we took it over, because remember, we were also schooled. So we took it over. Once we took it over, we now build an outfit to address the economical
issues.
Remember, we started with the DAT, and we had 3,000. So that idea was brought, how can we do it? Nesha Karume, Akina Michuki, they came in. And
so they were part of you?
None of a politician then, during the Kibaki days, the Matiba days, who was never a Mungiki member, or the Kikuyus.
But there were those politicians by then who were condemning the same.
No,
Mungiki.
Then what they will do, at some point they will condemn in the public, but they will support us in the ground, because they're also fearing that MOI will kill them. So what we did, we agreed. let us be branded bad boys, but you be raising money, you giving us money, we go fighting. And that is what happened. So that is why we had some politicians. Yes, most of the politicians were not publicly saying we are, but they were. None of them that was never, including Akina Kibaki, Akina Matiba, all those people. We were fighting one enemy, the enemy of our community. So nobody, right now, let me tell you one thing.
And who was the enemy by then?
The enemy was MOI and his Kalenjin people, because they're the one who are evicting us from our land. They're evicting us from where there are positions. So that was our common enemy, and MOI was the common enemy, and we are fighting him as a common enemy. So that is what raised people like Jenga Karume to become strong leaders in the community, people like Meshukis of then, people like Matibas of then, people like Kibaki came after he was sacked. From the cabinet. People like Ngengi Muigai, Kongo Muigai, those are the people that now said, if we die, let us die, but we are going to defend our community.
So, Apostle, I want to understand here. So, you mean that MUINGIKI was a big thing? It became a big thing.
It became
that even politicians were inside.
No, you could not thrive, you could not do any politics in central Kenya without being a member of MUINGIKI. It was no, because any constituency you go, we have like 5,000 members of MUINGIKI. And these are the same people that you need to vote for you. So you must become one. And that is how we contained, we made sure that we are controlling and we are influencing anything, because we needed their resources. We didn't have resources. We needed their resources. So we arrested them and we locked them in one house. I remember we locked them.
So you became like police
We were a militia. We were a militia with everything. We had guns, we had everything. We were controlling.
Where were you getting those guns?
Guns, they were available. Even today, if you want one, I can get you one. But then they were locally available, because from Isli, we had so many guns those days. Now, security operations have been tightened, and everything is like, okay. And we don't have those many guns that you used to have. But those days, to have a gun was you needed only 10,000, you go hire a gun. And once you hire one gun can give you 20 guns. Because when you have one gun, you can get money to buy more. Or you can even go get somebody. No, the issue of a gun is that the gun that comes out first rules. Whether you have a big gun or a small gun, if I come with if even I come with a toy and you don't know it's a toy, I place it here and you are carrying an AK-47, you drop it.
You surrender.
You surrender.
Now, Apostle, this conversation is getting interesting.
Yes.
Now, we went to No. Now MUINGIKI became like another government.
It was another, it was a government.
Because the way you're explaining to me right here,
yes,
it became like a government setup,
yes,
of its own.
Yeah.
And you as the leader, now it means that you are becoming rebellious against the government itself.
Yes.
So what are some of the challenges you are facing?
The challenges, initially when we defeated the Kalenjins, from there, the tribal clashes ended. But now we resolved, we are going to continue with this process. The MUINGIKI now became a MUINGIKI movement. Now when it became a MUINGIKI movement, we dealt with the three things. What, why, and when. What, why, and when. Now what? Why are we poor, the young people? And how can we solve the nature of the poverty allowances? Because then MOI had destroyed every economical fabric in Mount Kenya. The coffee was destroyed, tea sector was destroyed, milk sector was destroyed, everything was destroyed. What they were doing, the people in the government of MOI then, it is to make sure that Akikuyu has been diminished economically. So with the elders then, we resolved to say we need to have a setup that will bring back our economy. And how do we do it? By empowering our young people now to have an economical structure that will raise them up again. So we regain the economical powerhouse, because Kikuyus were the one that had an economical muscle to be able to do anything. Our elders, Kinajenga Karume, Michuki, they were rich. But the young people here, they were not rich. They were very poor. They were vulnerable. Some of them had resorted to become thieves, others resorted to become whatever they became, as long as they can get some few coins for them to eat. So we decided to harmonize these young people and they become economically viable. So we sought the permission of our elders, the MOI elders and the political class elders, people like Kinjaga Karume, and we sat down with them, and we gave them the blueprint. This is what we want to do. Because the outfit was becoming bigger and bigger and uncontrollable. So what we decided now, how do we control these young people? Because the more they are becoming together, the more they are becoming criminals. Because they are 10. They were not 10 yesterday, and today they are 10. And they don't have anything to eat. They will use their muscle to go and steal. So me, as the strategic planner of the organization, I decided now, we sat down with some other group, some other members, we sat down and see what can we be able to do to empower our young people to be economically empowered so that we can be able to control them. Because the more we leave them idle, the more they are becoming so dangerous to us. Because the 10 minutes we have had in Isili, a bank has been broken into and it's MUINGIKI members. A few minutes later, you hear in Kariobangi people have been killed. A few minutes later, you hear something is happening. So we decided, how do we bring these people together? How do we make these people work? And so that we can stop the crime amongst our Kikuyu community, because this is what MOI is now using to kill our sons, our brothers. So we were looking for, what do we do as a community to stop MOI killing our young people? So we decided we come up with economical structures. The solution. One was, how do we do it? How do we now take over the economy? Because the economy was with Indians and a few cliques in the government. We didn't have, the money was not flowing. So what we did, we decided to choose how many members, what is the backdrop, what is the figure of our members, what do they do, the larger, bigger. Then we discovered that most of them are in the matatu industry, most of them are in garbage collection, others are in water vending, others are just robbers, they are the pickpockets. Ndudi was not there. Ndudi just came the other day. Okay. Ndudi is just, it's about 7 years ago. 2002, that's when Ndudi came. So, and it's Fai Yamari who brought Ndudi. The first Ndudi was brought by Fai Yamari. The first business of Ndudi is Fai Yamari, the one who was brewing some changa here in Naivasha. So, this guy, so once we decided, we saw most of our members are in the matatu industry. So we decided that we are going to streamline matatu industry. And I started one with the Kayole. Then the route was 19... Kayole in Nairobi. Yeah, the first route was called 1960. The first route, the name of the route was 1960. That was carrying from Umoja round to Kayole, Manyanja, then to Nairobi. Then another one, Route 17A, that was in Mweki. And another one was 14, that was in Kariobangi. And another one was Route 87, yeah. Those are the routes that we decided now we are going to control them. Now how? How now? So we decided we have to impose ourselves into the matatu industry. Make it so completely uncontrollable. Even make sure the police are not in control. They cannot be able to handle it. We stopped. Went to Kayole, went to Kariobangi, and they stopped. Matatu will not run. We just tell them, just bring your car. And was the government then realizing these strategies? No, let me finish this one. We are getting there. So I made some mafia-like strategic plan. We scared all the owners of the matatus. They ran away. Now I took the matatus personally. I got a driver for your matatu, a conductor for your matatu, and a tout for your matatu. And if you make some noises, we will send our goons to your house, just to warn you, tell you. Not to warn you, to warn you. No, just to warn you. We never harmed. Just warn them. And they will tell them, never dare we hear your voice over the matatu. Then, how much is your matatu making? That's not the question. Don't dare again. Tell us how much is your matatu making. My matatu is making 10,000 per day. Then give us your account number. you will be receiving your money in your account number. Don't come near Ndura. Don't come near Kayode. We will kill you. Yeah? So we threatened them all. They left their cars, they went. But we became also very honest. Every time you said your car is 10,000, you'll be getting your 10,000 every day at 3 p.m. Go to the account, you find your money there. Why do you want to do this? We want to control this matatu. I want to employ this young MUINGIKI member to become a driver.
And also a conductor.
And a conductor and a tout. The one who calls people to get into the matatu. Number 3, this car will have mechanical problem. So we wanted to have, we created a garage in Ndura. All vehicles, when they have a mechanical problem,
they go there.
They go there. Now, other MUINGIKI members are there. Working there as mechanics. Then there is another one. We chose to run that. It was Ajip, it was Caltex, it was Shell. Then Total was not very strong. So we decided, we know where the oil is being got from. It's Mombasa. We go buy our oil, we intimidate the owners, suppliers of the oil, we build our petrol station. Then we put it in Ndura. So we did it because we were controlling land. We created a petrol station where every matatu, that is where they will fuel.
Yeah.
So the one running the matatu is our member. So we have created a job opportunity from the petrol station and economic solution. So we knew that have relaxed.
Let's go now to political one.
Yeah, Then we went to garbage collection. We did the same. We chased Kanjo from the area. We did the same. We went now, we controlled water. We started selling water, the Kanjo water. We started selling water. Just creating a job opportunity and
Apostle.
Let me finish.
Yes.
Then we created the dumping site in Ndura. I'm the one who created it. And every vehicle will give 200 shillings for dumping.
Do you go there nowadays?
It's my yes, I go. I'm from here. After this, I'm going to Ndura. I'm going to meet some of them. So that was one part. Then we subdivided the lands that was idle. We sold to the people. Now that was one part. Now I made sure that MUINGIKI is economically strong. Nobody will not go to beg for money. We not go asking for any person to help you go and they go hard the money. A daily correction of because once you are empowered, every day you are supposed to remit 50 bob, and we had about 800,000 members, and they would remit 50 bob daily. We used to collect about 5 million to between 5 and 10 million per day, and that's the money that we use now to do more economical ventures across the nation. Then we came to town, we chased all the Waindis who are owning, because one Muindi was owning a building like this one alone. When we have 50 young people who need to use the same room to do their business. So we came and chased them from Moi Avenue, from Tomboya, River Road, we chased them all. We took those houses. That is how the stalls business started. So one house where I chased a Muindi, I put in 300 people.
When was this operation taking place? Which year?
Between 1999 to 2004. That's the time that we really became so vicious. Now, after that, we moved to politics. Now we knew we have the economical power.
Solutions.
Now we wanted now to have our own political solutions, because we wanted to do more bigger things with the political. We are growing. Mind you, all this mind I'm talking about, we didn't have it previously. This thing was growing. We became like Homo sapien, Homo erectus, Homo what? We grew, and we became monstrous as we grew. But we were so economical. We were so good because we were stopping crime, and we were stopping many things that you are seeing today.
But at the same time, in terms of crime,
yes,
there were also stories that MUINGIKI used to commit a lot of crime by then.
That was the propaganda that was initiated by the government and the people in the government, because we became uncontrollable. And everybody, the NSIs were not able to give reports what we are doing, how did we make it to be there, because first of all, they ignored MUINGIKI. They were warned, but they ignored. Because what I did, I told all the members to take a tobacco snuff. Every member to take one.
Why?
And every member, and then we created a story that we are circumcising women. It was just a temporal, it's a diversionary question. This tobacco, everybody will dismiss you and say, "Uto ni tumutu twakuvuta tobacco." So they dismissed us as we planned. So I created two things: the circumcision of women, which was not there, but we went somewhere in Kariobangi and said we are going to circumcise all women. So the government concentrated on the circumcision, and the government concentrated on tobacco sniffing. They didn't know the economical venture that we are doing. They only came to realize when you are now stable.
You are stable.
Now you are we were working towards how do we remove MOI from power.
So you guys were ahead.
We were ahead of them by far.
When they tried to come here and realize something, you are far.
They were fighting something that existed last year. We were about 3 years ahead of the government.
But the tobacco one, is it true that MUINGIKI members were supposed to sniff tobacco?
That one I made it compulsory to everybody to sniff a tobacco, not to smoke marijuana, not to smoke a cigarette, because I wanted that notion of a dismissal notion.
Okay.
That I was creating a diversionary thing. As you are fighting this crowd, we are doing something else. And we achieved.
So you are the one giving instruction.
I was the boss. I was the national coordinator. I had a structure of a government. I was the national coordinator. We had provincial coordinator, district coordinator, division coordinator, subdivision coordinator to the local chief down there. We had a structure. Number one, we had our own security team. So we had our own police and we had our own intelligence systems. We had our own prison systems. We were our own judges. We had a judge in the Ndura Easterland. We had our own courts. So it was a whole structural system that was effective and working well. Yes.
Let's now go to political solution. Yes. Now you came away from economical issues.
Now when we came, now we decided that the people that will go to parliament must be members of MUINGIKI. And that is where we started, like people like Mwenje of then. We had Akina Waititos, all the members, go and Google, the members of parliament from the Kikuyu land during the Kibaki days, all of them, none was never a MUINGIKI member. We made them to become members of MUINGIKI, and we made them to become members of parliament because we needed a team that we can be able to control. And then they will champion the interest of the community. Yes. And
every day, were you recruiting new members?
Every single,
what
because
were the requirements?
Because of this economical empowerment and economical solution, parents brought their children to me. They would even pay me 20,000 to allow your son to become a member.
They never feared?
No, we were so good. We were so good. We were so good. People loved us. People worked with us until 2006. That is when we had this crime. Because now the government, through some structures of the government, they chose to, because all these members, the members of parliament were members of MUINGIKI, and they wanted to come out of us because they have grown wings. So they initiated a program, how do we demonize these guys?
And kill them.
Yeah, so through the NSIs, through the police, special forces, the Kwekwe, that was Eagle Squad, Buruburu Squad, they initiated, they out of them, they brought in members of the police squad who became members of MUINGIKI. And these are the people now who started killing people. And they will go Karibangi, slaughter people. Then it will be said it's MUINGIKI. They will go and arrest women and say these MUINGIKI members and arrest these women. And and because we didn't have a system to counter, the media was being bought by everybody. The government was with the media, Nation, then it was Nation, it was Standard, KTN, only those pages. And they were all pro-government because the government was using them to systemize the war against us. Then we faced the challenges. We had no way. I remember one day, there is a journalist who came to me. The one was behind the headline of a newspaper in Standard. This guy used to pretend to be my very good friend. Then he did a story about me, the MUINGIKI government. Then a black page with the MUINGIKI government, the MUINGIKI dreaded government. So that one,
The
after
bold headline.
This one was to provoke Kenyans to feel unsafe with MUINGIKI, then agitate for a crackdown. And that's the time now the crackdown started. And from then, the first crackdown, I was arrested. Once I was arrested, then taken to prison, Machakos.
When was that, 2006?
Not 2006, earlier, 202, 203. 202, 203 there. That's the first time the first crackdown started. Then I was arrested, taken to Machakos, taken to various courts. Mine was arrested. Me, I've been taken to prison 52 times.
52 times?
Yes. We'll be taken, arrested, taken to court, out, arrested, taken to court, out 52 times. No single prison in Kenya have never been taken. Then I was taken to Nyati House. They did a lot of torture. Nyayo House, torture.
What did they did for you?
You know what they normally do. They squeeze your balls. Yes.
So was that what you experienced?
Those are many things. Those are many things that we experience, the torture. You'll be taken to a room that has water, that has acid. You'll be taken to a room that has snakes. They will be taken to a room that has siafu. Yeah, just torture. Psychological torture, mental torture. That's really happened to us.
So the crackdown was to hold MUINGIKI.
Yeah, that was the first crackdown. They were not killing. They were just torturing the leaders. Then they found these people, they are so enlightened. Even if you arrest the leader, the movement is going on. So they created the forces, and they have come up with a strategy how to kill these young members. And that's when Kwekwe was formed. Another one called Ego was formed. Another one was called the Buruburu. Even today, if you go to Buruburu, there is a van written MOB, MUINGIKI Operations Buruburu. It is written on the side. It is still there. And a special crackdown, the flying squad was created to come and kill us. And so many of us died. So many of us were killed. And we lost so much life. Yes.
And that is where now the strength of the MUINGIKI became to be down, became to end.
We had a lot of zeal because the more they killed, the more we became strong and powerful. But at least we were weakened because more time I was in prison, Maina was in prison, our members were being killed, so the economical part of it was disorganized because they had a three-pronged approach: arresting the leader, killing the members, then destroying the economical ventures. Yeah.
And how would you, maybe as the leader, was that now the last moments of the MUINGIKI?
No, MUINGIKI is a spirit, and this is what they never understood. Because how we started the MUINGIKI, it was not something that was on paper, something that was organized, no. It is because of our situation. And this situation was because of the community. Meaning the same situation that Mau had, that Muzungu came and they destroyed the economical infrastructure of the Kikuyus, the same spirit got into their young children that we were the young children. So this spirit reincarnated through us. And we went pushing forward. That is how we pushed during the days of Matiba. We pushed for multi-party elections, and we got the elections. Again, after some times, we had the Uhurus, the Rutos, who became the presidents, and now we have the Gen Zs. If you look at the characterization of the entire system, you see these things is one. It is a spirit.
It is a
so
movement.
it doesn't die. A spirit will not. You can kill a human, you can kill a body, but you can't kill a spirit. That is why the same spirit now is with the Gen Zs. And the Gen Zs are doing exactly what we were doing. They were pushing for the economical ventures. They were pushing for the political outfit, social fabric. That's what they are pushing. And that's exactly what we were doing. It's only that we were a bit tribal. The Gen Z are not tribal. That's the difference. MUINGIKI and the Mau Mau were a bit tribal, but the current now, what is happening now is not tribal, it's a generation. Yeah.
And what really made you now to surrender and say...
I never surrendered. What I did, I saw now my time has come to an end.
When was that?
That's around 2007, 2006 to 2007, around there. Because already we were looking for a government led by a Kikuyu. That was the agenda of MUINGIKI. And the Kibaki became the president in 2002. 2 or 4, yeah, around 202. 202. So for me, I saw if we were looking for a Kikuyu king, and already we have, why can't I join now the government and work from inside? That is what we did. We dissolved and got into the government to work from inside.
But you left now Maina Njenga.
Maina refused to go with me. Me, I chose to go this side because I saw we will be misleading our people. And that is the time now the Kikuyu and members of parliament resolved to fight us because Maina has refused. They came, they persuaded us, they asked now because we have a government, why have MUINGIKI then? Just come, you get employment, bring your members, they get employment, and we structuralize everything that you are doing informally, we make it formal. But Maina refused. Me, I agreed.
And you joined?
My team, the people who followed me, they are now good. We started doing good things.
They were employed
They were employed, until some of them are in government, some of them are doing business, others are well up. But the Maina group was killed, was really killed by Michuki. And they died, a lot of them. That is why Kwekwe was formed and they killed them. And Eagle Squad, Flying Squad, all the squads were formed. And they killed so many. You remember the time when Michuki ordered some guys to be killed in Muranga? And about 100 were killed. Together, all of them were killed. We have never even seen the bodies of those people. Because the Michukis and everybody was supporting them. Even the Kikuyus who used to support us previously said, no, these guys, we were looking for the government, we have it. Why are you fighting it?
Why are you fighting?
Yes.
Yeah, now the salvation journey, now you reformed from MUINGIKI.
When I left MUINGIKI, I found that I cannot be able to stay in the vacuum. I need a spiritual kind of outfit where I can stay. So I got saved. Once I got saved, then I started a process of knowing Christianity. Knowing Christianity is going to school.
When were you saved? 2007.
Then from there, I just started a journey of understanding who is this Christ. And understanding who is Christ, it led me to a college. And I did my, not theology, I did religious studies. Because I wanted also to understand why do we have Buddhism, why do we have Islam, why do we have Catholics, what's the difference between theology and religious study. Religious study is a bigger platform that opens the door for understanding humanity and understanding the brain of a human being, and also understanding the brain, understanding the systems of the world, and also understanding deities and how they operate. But when you go to theology, you only understand Christianity. And you only understand Jesus Christ, and that's the end of you. That's you see, Christians are more fake than the Muslims or than any other religious organization. Christians, more especially the Protestants, are more fake. They don't have a vision, they don't have a direction. They are just there saying, tunaenda biguni. But if you ask them, why do you think all Muslims will be consumed in an internal fire and you be saved? Why would you think that God will kill all Indians, all Chinese, and everybody, where ndio utaenda binguni? Why would God be so unfair to humanity that he can kill everybody for your sake? That one, when you do religious study, it gives you an answer to understand that God is universal. God is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Yeah. So when you have such a God, you are able to do things. You have a proper understanding. That is why the reason we have people like Mother Teresa who are Catholics but loved by Muslims. That is where you have the former president of India was Gandhi. No.
Not sure of the name.
Mahatma Gandhi, who is loved by everybody, but he was a Buddhist. That's why you have people like Martin Luther King who spoke to the souls of the people, not the souls of Christians. That's people understanding that God is for us all. Yes.
And now you're a living testimony.
I'm a living testimony because now I'm able to know that there's a difference between a church and an altar. So I didn't start a church, I started an altar where anybody can come and worship. In this altar, even a Muslim is allowed to come and worship and go. A Buddhist is allowed to come and worship and go. Because that was the intention. And an altar is not religion. An altar is a system of kingdom. It's kingdom. So when you're speaking about the kingdom, you get out of religion. Religion is sycophancy. But when you're speaking about the kingdom, you're talking about the kingdom of heaven. You're talking about the structures of God. You're talking about how to operate in God's positions. That is what we call the kingdom. And Jesus, when he came, he never spoke to us about religion. He never brought religion. He brought what? The kingdom of heaven. Because God is the king. And you look at the Buddhism, they talk about the kingdom. You go to the Islam, they talk about the kingdom. And the kingdom is being able to control the world. As part of Genesis chapter number 1, verse 26, 27, and 28, it is to control the world. When you control the God created man in his own image, and in the character of God, we were created. In verse 27, the Bible says that God blessed them, and he gave them dominion over every bird, every fish, and every animal that creeps on the ground, every tree, every plant that is on earth. Then he told them, subdue the earth, and you have dominion. So that is what we call the kingdom.
Indeed.
Yes.
So thank you, Apostle. It's been an amazing conversation, you know, talking about the foundation of MUINGIKI,
yes,
and even how it came to an end, and how you reformed to now being
I never reformed. I don't know why you
Why?
want to use that, because I was not a bad man.
But now you are not.
I was in the system of God. I was not a bad man, and I never regret being
Was MUINGIKI a system of God?
I never regret being a MUINGIKI member, because that is what I would introduce myself from, and that is what you introduced me. Say, there's a former MUINGIKI leader, because that was my background. That was what makes me to be here. Had it not for MUINGIKI, I will not be where I am. Had it not for MUINGIKI, you could not have come for my testimony. You came for my testimony not because I'm a Christian, because you left a lot of Christians. You yourself, you are a Christian, and we never gave you a testimony. But you chose to come and look for a MUINGIKI who can give you a testimony. I am a former MUINGIKI leader, a founder for that matter, and I'm proud of that. Number two, I'm even much more proud to be a Christian.
To be a Christian.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Looking forward to have you again, once again, in other conversation on various topics.
At your pleasure. You're welcome. You can come, we can discuss more.
Indeed.
We didn't talk. No, we were just about to talk, but time has gone.
We'll find time.
Find time, we talk.
Yeah, thank you, Apostle Waruinge.
Yeah.
May God bless you.
Thank you, God bless you.
So that is where we conclude our conversation together with the ex-MUINGIKI leader, Apostle Ndura Waruinge. See you in the next interview. I've been your host, Nixon Jao.
Bethel Clouds TV, empowering lives.